Deathloop is out on the PlayStation 5, and I've been playing quite a bit of it, and I want to talk about it. Now, I want to be clear that I do not do reviews here on this channel. I don't believe in reviews or numbered scores. I do occasionally look at Metacritic because I do feel that a general consensus, a meeting of the minds of a lot of different people within the industry does matter. So if a game gets a score at around 88 or a 90 or even higher, then it does mean something. But individually, taken singularly, one person, I don't think it really matters. I can't tell you how great something is or how bad something is. But I want to talk about Deathloop because I feel like a lot of people are going to go into this and not really have an idea of what the game is or what it's about or even how to play the game. And that's where you're going to find some distinction between player to player. Now, I went into this thinking that it was going to be just like Dishonored, and in many ways, it is. Even the environments seem similar. A lot of the powers seem similar. The biggest difference is, think Dishonored, but in smaller chunks with tons more choice within a small confined area. Now, I'm not talking that these areas are so small that you're done them in, say, 5 minutes or something like that, but it's clearly not an open world. It's a small part of a world that you're in and you're looping through. But within these small parts, there are so many choices to make. And that's where I think that once you play the game, I started it and stopped it and started it and stopped it. And then I even started it over again because I went into it thinking I was going to run and gun. I was looking for the action. And then I started to slow down and really take a look around and realize that I had about almost 15 different choices within the first, I would say, 50 feet in one level. It was insane the amount of choice that I had. And what was even more interesting is that there are things within the world that you cannot do your first time through. And you're thinking, why can't I do that? Why can't I go this way? It would really be cool if I could do this. And because of the loop element, you gain some abilities. And when you go back into these levels, yes, they are similar. The same level, different times of day give you the choice between going after different people within this world. But once you learn different moves and you acquire a couple of different things, you have even more choice. Something that is a problem early on, and I think is going to continue throughout the game, is that the menu system is so cumbersome. It's not intuitive at all, and there's so much overlapping text. You're going to have to read how to do this on this screen, and it relates to something on that screen. Then you shift to that screen, and there's more prompts to read and references forwards, references backwards within the menu to use things. There is a lot. It is not intuitive, and it takes a lot of patience in that menu screen to learn how things relate to one another in the world. Because, I mean, you'll get something like a weapon, and it's not just a weapon. Later on in the game, that weapon can be infused. There's so many different things you can do to that weapon. Then there are trinkets. You can infuse those. You can do different things with those trinkets. You can then put those trinkets in weapons, or you can put those trinkets on yourself to give your player different abilities. There's a ton of choice before you even begin a level. And then once you're there, there's a ton of choice. So it's a very methodical type of game. You're going to have to go into it. And if you like stealth, you're going to get a lot out of this game because a lot of the elements play into stealth. But you can also run and gun if you like running, gunning, using powers like this to throw people, to shoot them. You can do all of that as well. So the game allows for a multitude of different play styles. And I've been playing it stealthily. There's a ton of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can amplify in your weapons and in your movement. And I'm sure if you're running and gunning it, there's tons of choices there. But you have to go into this game knowing that it's a very methodical type of game, very slow at the beginning, takes a while to get going. Again, that menu screen and all of the reading, all of the prompting, it's way overbearing, but that's what the developer decided to put in the game. But ultimately, I think that this game is probably as close to being fine-tuned as I can think of for an example of a video game. Now, it's not doing anything graphically superior to, say, things that you've seen already on the PlayStation 5, but it is so finely tuned. I just think it really should get points for that. There is not one singular thing here that stands out, but everything comes together and everything is so polished that it just feels really good. This would have been a killer exclusive for Microsoft to hang their hat on going into the holiday season with Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite, but it does bode well. They own this studio, and this studio is super creative. You can tell that they are going to make special games going forward in the future, not to mention the fact that they just made this DEATHLOOP. So I think if you liked Dishonored, and if you like a slower, methodical style, or even a fast run and gun pace once you upgrade your character, learn the moves, learn the levels, and the loop aspect, I think you're going to like this game. Give it a chance. I had to, again, restart it. I was playing it. I didn't know if I liked it, started it again, took my time. Once you take your time and get into it, you're going to find the things that work really well in this game. I think it's really, really good. Definitely a game you're going to want to purchase and buy, and it's going to be a great game when it comes to Game Pass because it's a great game right now. So let me know what you think about DEATHLOOP if you've played it already. If you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. Think about subscribing to the channel. Share this video out maybe on your favorite social media platform of choice. At the very least, hit the like button. It will help me grow the channel. I appreciate everyone who's been doing that. It's helped me immensely. And I'll see you in the next video.